Undercolours ran well last year, £12 lower this time around as they come forward. Let's hope they get away first time. Richard.
Well, Cloudy Glen, as you pointed out, just wants to get on with things, and he hasn't exactly joined in with them. He's joined in ahead of them. The flag is raised. It's not a great deal of room to manoeuvre here, but they're on their way first time for the ultimate handicap chase. And out in front it is Cloudy Glen. Topville Ben's another one who's handy. Happy-go-lucky Carl Philippe all in the front rank. Fantastic Ass towards the inside as they fan out towards the first. They all are over the first safely. Isio Madrick towards the back, Oscar Elite also towards the rear of the field in the early stages. Goodbye Bobby was a little short of room when they went to the first, but has got to the other side safely. So Fantastic Ass on the inside leads the turn away, with Topville Ben moving up for company as they make the turn and race on towards the fence on the side of the racecourse. Carl Philippe and Cloudy Glen are the next two, with Happy-Go-Lucky, then Harper's Brook into overdrive, T-Clipper and Nassalam as they prepare to take the fence moving away from the stands. Glamorgan Duke takes it just worse than midfield in company with also Monbeg Genius, who's in that little group as well. 3 under 5 comes next. Corach Ramblers just worse than midfield early on. Lascalan, another one who's back in the field. Isio Madrick, Vanyan Destraval and Oscar Elite are right towards the back as they head on towards the first of this line of fences. Topville Ben and Fantastic Ass led them over it. Again, they're all still over it, all standing, I think, with Harper's Brook up on the outside with Happy-Go-Lucky. Then Carl Philippe comes next. Goodbye Bobby racing on the outside is Glamorgan Duke as they rise over the water jump. Cloudy Glen towards the inside with Fast or Slow T-Clipper. Then behind these, the Big Breakaway, who's been rousted along from quite an early stage to go forward. Nassalam and 3 under 5 are next with Corach Rambler as they reach the first of the open ditches, at which Happy-Go-Lucky made a mistake. So did Glamorgan Duke, but they all again have got to the other side safely with Oscar Elite, Vanyan Destraval, Lascalan also towards the back with Isio Madrick, as Harper's Brook it is who leads them over the next. Harper's Brook over in the lead. Lascalan made a mistake back in the pack as they now make their way up towards another open ditch with on the outside Harper's Brook, Fantastic Ass the inside, Topville Ben, Happy-Go-Lucky and Carl Philippe are the first 5 early on. Into overdrive settles in 6th place with T-Clipper, Cloudy Glen, Glamorgan Duke, Good Boy Bobby over with Remastered as they took that. Monbeg Genius just worse than midfield. Corach Rambler tracks that one with 3 under 5 in that little group with the Big Breakaway. Then the Wolf, who's just worse than midfield at the moment. Isio Madrick is another one that is towards the back. Nassalam's just struggled to hold the position slightly in the early stages, but there's often a decent gallop, and a few of these can still come off the pace as Corach Rambler did 12 months ago, but Oscar Elite will certainly have to do so. He's last. Vanyan Destraval's also detached, and Lascalan is the other one that is slightly out of touch. So slight pause in the jumping, just won this one fence on the side of the course, and Harper's Brook leads them down the hill with Fantasticus and Topville Ben as they all step over that. Over in 4th place into overdrive with Happy-Go-Lucky, T-Clipper, Cloudy Glen on their heels. Behind these, Monbeg Genius getting a little closer with Remastered and also mid-division for Fast or Slow, 3 under 5. The Goffer is also in that mid-division in blue and red as they make the turn. Will bring them back towards home, and we're not yet at halfway. Correct Ramblers in midfield with the Wolf just behind them, then Oscar Elite still towards the tail with Vanyan Destraval and Lascalan. So up the home straight they come, Harper's Brook and Fantastic Ass. They're the first 2 over it with Happy-Go-Lucky, Topville Ben. Once again, the whole field appear over intact with Carl Philippe towards the inside, T-Clipper racing in about 6th place as they take the next. Remastered, Monbeg Genius making ground. Cloudy Glen's never been too far away. Goodbye Bobby with Fast or Slow. Corach Rambler a little closer than 12 months ago with the Goffer just worse than midfield. 3 under 5 comes next ahead of Nassalam. A couple of lengths then back to Glamorgan Duke, who's rather lost ground. The Big Breakaway comes next with the Wolf as the leader Harper's Brook is at the next fence. So Harper's Brook, Topville Ben and Fantastic Ass were the first 3 over that. In 4th, Happy-Go-Lucky, Carl Philippe and T-Clipper come next, just ahead of Monbeg Genius, who's made ground into 7th. Cloudy Glen comes next with into overdrive. Good Boy Bobby, the Goffer, Nassalam and Corach Rambler towards the inside as they race towards another plain one before the water jump. Harper's Brook and Fantastic Ass step over it together. They've all taken that well enough. At the back, Fanny and Destraval, the Big Breakaways drop to that rear division. Glamorgan Duke is struggling as well. Isio Madrick's in that back group in company with the Wolf. 7 to take, the water jump. Harper's Brook leads Fantastic Ass over that. Bad mistake by the Wolf, left a trailing leg there in the water, and that's meant that he is now dropped to that rear group of 6 or 7. So Harper's Brook leads them over the ditch. Fantastic Ass, Topville Ben, Happy-Go-Lucky come next. T-Clipper with Carl Philippe. Then behind these, Monbeg Genius, Fast or Slow just beginning to pick back off a few. Goodbye Bobby's still there on the outside, into overdrive being ridden. Then the Goffer as they take that next fence, and the gap's opening up to Isio Madrick. Vanyan Destraval struggling, the big breakaway. Lascalan's been pulled up, as is the Wolf, Lamorgan Duke, and the big breakaway about to call it a day as well. Final open ditch, and Harper's Brook with Fantasticas. Happy Go Lucky. Then behind these, Tocqueville Ben T Clipper travelling strongly is Monbeg Genius. Goodbye Bobby. Fast or Slow is another one who's picking his way through the field into about 7th or 8th in company with the Goffer. Nassalam, having been outpaced early, is staying on. Then Corach Rambler as well. As they begin to make the turn, they'll carry them towards the next fence. And others make considerable ground is Oscar Elite, who was stone last early in the orange colours as they run downhill towards 3 from the finish. Harper's Brook leads Fantasticus. Happy Go Lucky, Monbeg Genius, Tocqueville Ben T Clipper. The Goffer pulls towards the outside. Fast or Slow, Corach Rambler making ground up the inside. Derek Fox picking his way through as they take 3 from the finish. Harper's Brook had a coming together with Fantasticas. Happy Go Lucky, Monbeg Genius and the Goffer going well. Goodbye Bobby, Fast or Slow, another who's now right on the heels of the leaders with T Clipper, and Oscar Elite all the time right from the back in the orange colours continues to stay on. Round the home turn, Harper's Brook, Happy Go Lucky. Behind these in 3rd place on the outside, Monbeg Genius, who's travelled well throughout. Then the Goffer, Fast or Slow and Oscar Elite as they spin the final turn in the Ultima. Monbeg Genius on the right, on the left the Goffer, Fast or Slow and Oscar Elite deliver their challenges. Then behind these is last year's winner Corach Rambler, down towards the last in the Ultima. Fast or Slow puts in a big lead, carries him alongside Monbeg Genius. Corach Rambler with his normal sturdy finish on the far side. It's Corach Rambler who's come through to lead from Fast or Slow. Monbeg Genius up towards the line. Corach Rambler, Fast or Slow coming back as the line approaches. Back-to-back Ultimas for Corach Rambler. Fast or Slow second, Monbeg Genius, then the Goffer, Oscar Elite, T Clipper, Carl Philippe all finished. So does 300-3-5, Happy Go Lucky, Nassalam, Vanyan Destraval, Fantasticus. Goodbye Bobby pulled up Harper's Brook. Cloud